In a world of high-tech fitness fads, it's easy to overlook centuries-old training techniques, the stuff that's been tested and proven for centuries. This is where the horse stance comes in, foundational to many traditional martial arts systems. Building strength, endurance, and discipline, no fancy equipment needed, and we're going to dive deep into the horse stance. All right, so we're talking about the horse stance, right? This is all about building a foundation of strength, and we're starting with the lower body. Imagine this. You're standing with your feet wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly outwards. Now you're sinking down, like you're sitting back into an imaginary chair. This is where the magic happens. Holding this stance engages your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. It's like a full-on assault on your lower body, dude. And the best part, you're not just building muscle, you're building functional strength, the kind of strength that translates to everyday life. Think about it, man. Everything you do, walking, running, jumping, even just standing, it all starts with your legs. The stronger your legs, the better you'll perform in every aspect of life. And that's what we're after here, building a solid foundation of strength that will benefit you in all areas of your life. We're talking about unlocking your inner beast. Now, holding this horse stance, it's not a walk in the park. It's going to burn. Your legs are going to scream at you to quit. But that's where the mental game comes in. That's where you separate the warriors from the mental fortitude required to maintain a horse stance for extended periods is no joke, man. It trains your mind to push through discomfort and build endurance. You're not just building physical strength here, you're building mental toughness. And let me tell you that mental toughness, it transcends physical fitness, man. It spills over into every aspect of your life. It's about facing challenges head on, whether it's in the gym, in the boardroom, or just in everyday life. It's about developing that never give up attitude, that grit and determination that sets you apart from the pack. And it all starts with the horse stance. We've talked about strength, we've talked about endurance, but there's another crucial element to mastering your body, and that's balance. Think about it, man. Balance and stability, they're the foundation of all movement. Whether you're a martial artist, an athlete, or just someone who wants to move through life with grace and confidence, balance is key. And guess what? The horse stance is your secret weapon. You see, when you're holding that horse stance, you're forced to engage your core, you're stabilizing your hips, and you're finding your center of gravity. It's like building a solid foundation for your body to move from. And the more you practice, the more stable you become. You'll notice it in everything you do, from walking down the street to performing complex movements. Now, you might be thinking, Joe, this horse stance sounds kind of rigid. How's that going to improve my flexibility? And that's a great question, because here's the thing. Flexibility isn't just about being able to do the splits. It's about improving your range of motion. And guess what? The horse stance does just that. Think about it. You're sinking down into that deep squat position. You're opening up your hips, you're stretching your hamstrings, and you're increasing the mobility in your ankles. This is huge, man, because increased flexibility can help prevent injuries, improve your athletic performance, and just make you feel more limber and agile in everyday life. It's like oiling the joints, keeping everything moving smoothly. And the horse stance, it's like a full-body flexibility routine packed into one powerful pose. All right, folks, let's talk balance. You think it's just for gymnasts and tightrope walkers? Think again. Balance is the foundation of everything. You can't build a house on sand, right? Same goes for your body. You need a solid base, and that's where horse stance comes in. This stance, man, it's like sinking roots into the earth. You're building that deep connection with the ground, feeling the energy flow through you. It's not just about standing there. You're tapping into something primal, something powerful. And you know what's crazy? This ancient practice, it translates to everything. You're walking down the street, someone bumps into you. Boom, you're stable, you don't even flinch. Playing sports? Forget about getting knocked off balance. Horse stance, it's like having superpowers. It's like that Bruce Lee quote, right? Be like water making its way through cracks. You're adaptable, you're fluid, but you're still grounded. That's the power of horse stance. Now, I'm not saying you'll be dodging bullets like Neo after a few horse stance sessions, but seriously, this stuff rewires your system. You start feeling your center of gravity, that sweet spot where everything aligns. It's like finding your internal compass, man. And once you have that, your awareness expands. You're not just reacting to what life throws at you, you're anticipating it. You're moving with intention, with purpose. It's like you're finally in control, you know? And let's be real, that feeling of control, it bleeds into everything. Your work, your relationships, even just walking down the street. You're more confident, more grounded. You're not afraid to take up space, to own your presence. So ditch those balance exercises that feel like torture. A horse stance, man, it's challenging, yeah, but it's also this weird moving meditation. You're building strength, stability, and mental focus all at once. It's the full package, my friends. All right, let's talk flexibility. You think horse stance, you think stiff, rigid, right? Well, get ready to have your mind blown, because this ancient practice, it's a secret weapon for unlocking your body's natural range of motion. Think about it. You're down low, hips open, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings, your groin, even your ankles. It's like a full-body yoga flow packed into one powerful stance. And the best part, you're building strength while you stretch. It's not just about touching your toes, man. It's about moving with fluidity, with grace, whether you're playing basketball, chasing after your kids, or just getting up off the couch without throwing your back out. Flexibility, it's the fountain of youth, and horse stance is the key. And let's be real, nobody wants to be that guy, you know, the one who can't even reach down to tie their shoes without making a scene. Horse stance, it keeps you limber, it keeps you young, it's like greasing the joints, keeping everything moving smoothly. Now, I'm not saying you'll be doing the splits after a week of horse stance. This stuff takes time, it takes dedication. But you'll start to feel the difference, man. That tightness in your hips, that stiffness in your back, it starts to melt away. And it's not just about the physical benefits either. There's a mental aspect to flexibility, you know? Being able to adapt, to go with the flow. Horse stance, it's like training your mind and body to be resilient, to handle whatever life throws at you. It's like that old saying, the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, but the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. Horse stance, it's about finding that balance between strength and flexibility. It's about becoming unbreakable. So, ditch the static stretches and the boring routines. Horse stance, it's a dynamic, full-body experience that will leave you feeling loose, limber, and ready for anything. It's time to unleash your inner Gumby, my friends. We've talked about the physical benefits of horse stance, the strength, the balance, the flexibility. But let's get real. The real magic, it happens in your mind. Because holding this stance, it's not just about your muscles burning. It's about facing that inner resistance, that voice in your head telling you to quit. Think about it. You're standing there, legs burning, lungs working, and all you want to do is give up. But you don't. You breathe, you focus, you push through. And in that moment, you realize something powerful. Your mind is stronger than you think. It's like training for a marathon. But instead of running 26.2 miles, you're conquering your own mind. You're building that mental toughness, that ability to withstand discomfort and come out stronger on the other side. And that, my friends, is a game changer. Because let's be real, life is full of challenges. Whether it's a tough workout, a stressful job, or just dealing with the everyday grind. Being able to stay focused, to stay present, it's crucial. And horse stance is the ultimate training ground for your mind. Now, I'm not saying you'll become some kind of Zen master overnight, but with consistent practice, horse stance, it becomes this moving meditation. You start to notice the thoughts, the distractions, but instead of getting caught up in them, you let them go. You find that stillness, that quiet space within, and that's where the real growth happens. You develop patience, discipline, the ability to stick with something even when it gets tough. And those qualities, man, they spill over into every aspect of your life. It's like that old saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Horse stance, it's about taking that first step, and then the next and the next. It's about building that mental fortitude, one breath at a time. So ditch the meditation apps and the self-help books. Horse stance, it's a practice, a journey, a way of life. It's about tapping into your inner warrior, the one who never gives up, who always rises to the challenge. It's time to unlock your mental potential, my friends. We live in a crazy world, man. It's like a constant barrage of information, stimulation and pressure. It's enough to make anyone feel stressed out. You've got deadlines at work, traffic jams, bills piling up. It's a lot to handle. And if you don't find a way to manage that stress, it can manifest in some pretty gnarly ways like anxiety, insomnia, even physical ailments. But there's a way to combat this, a practice that's been around for centuries, and it's as simple as standing still. I'm talking about the horse stance, man. This isn't just some muscle-building exercise, it's like a moving meditation. You're focusing on your breath, feeling the tension in your muscles, and just being present in the moment. And as you hold that stance, something incredible happens. Your mind starts to quiet down. All that noise from the outside world, all those worries and anxieties, they start to fade into the background. It's like you're stepping outside the matrix, man. You're no longer caught up in the hustle and bustle. You're finding a place of stillness and peace within yourself, and that's where the magic happens. Now I know what you're thinking. How can just standing there melt away stress? It sounds too simple, right? But that's the beauty of it, man. It's not about forcing yourself to relax. It's about creating the space for relaxation to occur naturally. See, when you're in a horse stance, you're engaging your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the part of your nervous system responsible for rest and relaxation. It's like hitting the reset button on your stress response. And as you hold that stance, your body starts to release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that have natural mood-boosting and pain-relieving effects. It's like nature's own chill pill. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by stress, give the horse stance a try, find a quiet spot, drop into that stance, and just breathe. You might be surprised at how much calmer and more centered you feel afterward. Let's talk versatility, man. We all have busy lives, right? Between work, family, and trying to squeeze in some semblance of a social life. Who's got time for complicated workout routines that require a gym membership and a personal trainer? That's the beauty of the horse stance, man. It's like the Swiss Army knife of exercises. You can do it anytime, anywhere, and you don't need any fancy equipment. Imagine this. You wake up, you're brushing your teeth, and boom, you drop into a horse stance. You're getting a workout in before you even have your coffee, or you're waiting for that pot of coffee to brew horse stance time. It's all about those little pockets of time throughout the day. You're sneaking in a workout without even really trying. It's brilliant, man. Now, let's say you're watching your favorite show. Instead of just vegging out on the couch, you hit a horse stance during the commercial breaks. You're still getting your entertainment fix, but you're also strengthening your legs, improving your balance, and building that mental fortitude. And for those of you who are desk jockeys like myself, sometimes the horse stance is a lifesaver. Sitting for hours on end is a recipe for disaster, man. Murder on your back, your hips, your whole system. But with the horse stance, you can break up those long periods of sitting and get your blood flowing again. Just stand up, find a little space, and drop into that stance. It's like hitting the reset button on your body. And the best part is, you can adjust the intensity to your fitness level. Start with short intervals and gradually increase the duration as you get stronger. So there you have it, folks, the horse stance. It's not just some ancient martial arts move, it's a powerful tool for transforming your body and your mind. We've covered a lot of ground here today, from building incredible lower body strength and endurance to melting away stress and finding your center. We talked about how this one simple exercise can be integrated into your daily routine, no matter how busy you are. But now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. What's the longest you've ever held a horse stance for? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, if you learned a thing or two about the power of the horse stance, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more game-changing content. Don't forget to check out some of our other videos on health, fitness, and unlocking your full potential. Until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and keep on exploring.